Baik, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang semuanya. Yang online terdengar suara saya?
Terdengar, Pak.
Waduh, kenceng banget nih speakernya. Baik, kalau pengen lihat teman-teman kalian ini ya. Nah, itu ada Mbak Diajeng, Mbak Regita, nama Zilannya ini bisa dibelokkan ya ini. Oh, nggak bisa. Yang
atasnya.
Ya? Oh ya, yang ini ya. Ah, itu Mazilan tuh ya di situ. Baik. Sebenarnya ini nanti hari ini penugasan saja, cuman saya masukkan sedikit materi soal framing untuk menutup kekosongan saya di minggu kemarin. Jadi nanti tugasnya jadi satu ya, blocking sama framing ya. Sebelum kita mulai seperti biasa, langkah baiknya kita berdoa dulu. Menurut agama dan kepercayaan masing-masing dipersilakan. Selesai. Bagi yang hadir PTM nanti tidak usah absen di forum ya. Jadi absennya cukup di ini saja, presensi perkuliahan yang sudah saya berikan tadi. Kamu sudah absen di forum? Emangnya sudah saya buat toh? Belum kayaknya. Itu kan yang kemarin. Oh iya, ini sudah saya buat. Yang kemarin itu sebenarnya. Ya nggak apa-apa. Biar aja nanti TO-nya bingung ya. Oke. Kita bahas dulu soal framing ya. Prinsipnya sama dengan blocking, yaitu nanti diharapkan mahasiswa itu memahami teknik dan aturan penataan karakter ya. Nah, ini soal framing. Sudah kelihatan belum di?
Sudah.
Sudah ya. Ini Acrobat Reader-nya seperti ini ya. Ini yang kanan ini dihilangkan gimana caranya? Oh, alah, saya close. Cara menghilangkan sebelah kanannya itu gimana ya? Gak apa ya, kelihatan dikit ya. Nah, di framing ini ada istilah single atau one shot ya. Jadi single atau one shot ini menampilkan satu karakter dalam satu frame ya, dan difokuskan, dia fokus satu karakter ya pada hanya satu karakter saja. Jadi ada dua istilah yaitu clean single dan dirty single. Kalau clean single bahasa Jawanya jelas ya, jadi hanya satu karakter ya. Kemudian yang dirty itu ada karakter lain yang dibatasi tampilannya. Ya, bisa menggunakan close up atau medium shot atau wide shot. Yang penting dia single atau one shot. Ya, di frame-nya itu. Ya, ini sampelnya seperti ini. Kalau yang clean dia hanya dia sendiri ya, tidak ada karakter yang lain. Kalau dirty single dia environment-nya ada sedikit di sini. Tapi tetap dia terfokus pada satu karakter meskipun dia dirty single. Kemudian untuk yang two shot ya, dia menampilkan dua karakter dalam satu frame seperti ini ya. Kalau kita lihat. Dan kedua karakter harus terlihat jelas. Jangan dikira ini terhitung ya. Jadi ini tetap two shot tapi dia fokusnya di dua karakter ini. Ya, dia ada di belakangnya. Jadi kedua karakter itu harus terlihat jelas, kemudian memvisualisasikan hubungan antara dua karakter. Ya, seperti ini ya. Sampelnya seperti ini. Kemudian yang berikutnya adalah three shot ya. Kalau trishot itu menampilkan 3 karakter dalam satu frame. Ya. Ketiga karakter itu harus terlihat jelas dan memvisualisasikan hubungan antara ketiga karakter. Ini integrate-nya dengan blocking kemarin. Kemudian untuk 4 and 5 shot ya, and crown shot itu merupakan 4 karakter dalam satu frame. Kalau 5 shot berarti 5 karakter dalam satu frame. Crown shot ini yang agak susah ya, karena dia biasanya ke arah view-nya itu bird eye dia pakai. Jadi crowd shot itu menampilkan kerumunan dalam satu frame. Kemudian ada lagi istilah over the shoulder atau OTS shot ya, jadi hybrid ya. Jadi over the shoulder itu hybrid. Kemarin sepertinya sudah dibahas sih di contoh film di blocking kemarin ya, yang ini over the shoulder ini. Jadi hybrid dari single dan two shot dengan fokus pada satu karakter dalam satu waktu. Harus digarisbawahi ya, ini dalam satu waktu. Nah, tepat digunakan untuk adegan dialog karena menampilkan perspektif dari dua sisi. Over the shoulder, OTS atau shot. Kemudian point of view atau POV shot itu dia lebih merasakan pengalaman dari karakternya, ya. Mengarahkan ke kita ya sebagai audiens itu untuk bisa ikut ya, ikatan batin dengan film yang terjadi itu tadi ya. Jadi merasakan pengalaman dari karakter itu. Jadi sampelnya di sini adalah karakter yang diintai oleh musuh ya, karakter yang sedang di shot gambarnya. Coba nanti kita review di kemarin studiobinder ya. Studiobinder atau apa kemarin? Kemudian insert shot itu selain menggunakan ECO dan BCU atau CU ya, atau close up untuk menampilkan detail shot objek, tetapi juga menggambarkan pentingnya objek dalam adegan sehingga diperlukan untuk ditampilkan dalam insert shot. Ya. Jadi dia menggambarkan pentingnya ya bahasa Jerman ini pentingnya objek ini nang adegan ini untuk ditampilkan itu seperti apa. Ini contohnya seperti ini. Dia sedang memegang sebuah balok misalkan, balok atau tabung, kemudian diadakan close up lebih dekat ke tabungnya. Nah itu soal framing, mungkin kita review sedikit di YouTube ya. Kemarin apa ya? Studiobinder atau apa? Studiobinder ya. Kita bahas soal framing ya di sini. Nah ini maaf, presentasinya salah presentasinya. Terima kasih Mas Jilan. Di review aja di studiobinder itu ada yang komposisi, ini pemotretan ya. Framing. Studiobinder framing video itu Pak. Kalau nggak ada, coba kita buka ini ya. Kelihatan ya ini ya, di Jimit kelihatan ya Mas?
In the previous episode of the shot list, we broke down all the most commonly used shot sizes in the filmmaker's toolbox. But once the camera shot size is determined, the question becomes, how should I compose the subjects in each frame? And action, go. This is episode 2 of the shot list. Framing. let's get into the proper frame of mind. These are the most commonly used framing options to cover action in a scene.
I've never seen anything like this.
Singles, which can be clean or dirty. Two shot, over the shoulder, point of view. And finally, the insert.
Nah ini tadi insert saya sampelkan yang kabung tadi ya. Jadi dia view-nya lebih ke
And
checking-nya tadi.
finally, the insert.
Nah ini tadi. Dia lebih di close up, lebih dekat lagi ya.
Our first framing convention, the single. A single shot features one character alone in the frame. The individual character is the primary focus. But there are two ways to frame a single. A clean single is when no part of any other character is visible in the frame. It's best used when you want to convey a character's isolation. Whereas a dirty single includes a limited presence from another character in the frame. And
Yang online suaranya terdengar deh ini. Halo?
Terdengar, Pak.
Terdengar, Pak.
Oke.
don't forget that singles, like all of the framing options, can be combined with any of the shot sizes we covered in the last video. Whether it's a close-up, a medium shot, or a wide shot, the single still applies. When two characters are visible together in frame, this is called the two-shot.
Don't sing if you want to live long.
The orientation of the characters to one another can vary, but to be considered a two-shot, both faces must be clearly visible. The two-shot is all about creating a visual relationship between two characters. This relationship might be affectionate, contentious, or even imaginary.
Kayaknya jangan saya tampilkan di sini ya. Saya takutnya kayak kemarin itu loh.
When more characters are added to
Ada
the frame,
adegan yang
the terminology adjusts
dilihat
to
banyak orang nggak enak juga.
three-shot.
Gimana Mas?
Four-shot.
Nah, ini forsatnya.
There is no official limit on how high this number can go,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
but numbering this
Ini crowd
would
ini
be
ya.
overkill. Best to just call it a crowd shot. Remember that no matter how many characters you include in a single frame, you are creating a relationship between them. The most common and useful way of covering a conversation is the over-the-shoulder shot. An OTS shot acts like a hybrid between a single and a two-shot, and similar to a single, we're often only focusing on one character at a time. From these OTS angles, we get perspectives from both sides and a sense that we are included in the moment.
Can I help you?
I hope so. I'm an old friend of George's. Thought I'd stop and say hello.
When you want the audience to experience the perspective of a character, it can be effective to frame up a point of view or POV shot. The idea of the POV can cover a wide range of perspectives. A person, an alien, a camera, a disembodied spirit, or even a shark. In many cases, a POV shot is also paired with POV audio, so we can see what they see and hear what they hear. The insert shot is not just about going extremely tight on a detail. The way the information is framed is often even more important than how prominent it is on screen. Inserts can also be combined with POV shots, a first-person perspective. Or are we looking at the insert shot from a third-person perspective? Or a hybrid frame like this, both an elegant insert and an effective POV. We've covered the most common types of camera framing, but now let's put it all together. Let's look at Bong Joon-ho's Parasite. This sequence of scenes is about the physical and ideological connections between family members. Watch how the director ties them together through framing decisions. An ultra-wide foreshot of the Kims in the Park family's backyard. An insert shot of 4 whiskey glasses being filled. A medium foreshot of the Kim family. A hybrid foreshot, OTS, POV. A close-up dirty single. A dirty single. A dirty two-shot. A dirty OTS shot. A complementary OTS.
이왕 김치국 마시는 김에 말씀드리자면
A dirty single. A full foreshot.
이 돈이 다 나한테 있었어 뭐. 무금자를 쫙.
A two-shot. Pans over to a different two-shot.
윤기사
The pan continues to a three-shot. A dirty single. A dirty single. An OTS shot. A clean single. Pans over to frame another clean single. Lastly, a wide foreshot.
뭐야? 누구야 저?
As we've seen, the way you frame a shot helps guide the scene in the desired direction. Once you understand what you want to achieve in the scene, you can decide how best to frame your subjects. Plan out your shots in detail before production. Be shortlisted using studiobinder. If you're looking to create and collaborate on a shot list, you can find a link in the description. In the next episode of The Shot List, we'll explore every camera angle. Subscribe and click the bell to get notified as we release our next filmmaking techniques video. In the meantime, happy framing.
Oke. Jelas ya? Paham ya? Baik, itu tadi soal framing. Nanti diinputkan tugas di blocking kemarin. Jadi nanti tambahannya di framing sesuai presentasi yang ada aja. Mulai dari single shot ya, single shotnya itu ada clean sama dirty. Yang two shotnya juga sama ya, sampai crown shot ya. Itu nanti dicari di referensi film yang ada. Dan jangan lupa OTS sama POV ya. Kalau yang single sama dirty, maaf, yang clean sama dirty single saja. Ya, yang two shotnya nggak perlu dicari clean atau dirty. Tinggal dicari aja framingnya yang two shot itu yang dilihat. Sesuai apa yang ada di presentasi. Jadi kalau two shot itu kan di sini sampelnya nggak hanya framingnya dua ini ya karakter, tapi di belakangnya juga ada yang sampel yang di belakang dua karakter itu ada karakter lain, itu juga mengarah ke two shot. Bisa dipahami yang online untuk tugasnya? Yang offline jelas ya? Yang online halo? Mbak Rahel paham ya? Wah, goib nih.
Paham Pak Andi.
Oke, Mbak Rahel pergi katanya. Sahur sesi 2 mungkin ini Mbak Rahel. Mbak Rahel muslim atau enggak? Mbak? Oh non, maaf Mbak Rahel. Ya gitu ya. Yang di sini ada yang mau tanyakan, silakan. Kalau tidak ada, coba dicari. Silakan. Ada? Hmm. Dirty dia. Oke. Kalau iya, betul, dirty. Bisa di-download di sini enggak apa-apa, nanti dicari dulu. Nanti dikerjakan di rumah. Mas Dwi, paham Mas Dwi? Untuk tugasnya?
Paham, Pak.
Baik. Sambil saya buatkan absennya dulu ya. Saya belum buat kayaknya Mas Ilan absennya. Kamu udah absen absen di mana? Yang sesi 2 ini kayaknya belum. Yang di forum. Nah, ini pertemuan 12 ini. Untuk yang online nanti absennya di minggu ke-6 pertemuan 12 ya. Kalau kemarin kan pertemuan 11. Ini yang 12. Yang PTM di sini nggak usah absen di forum. Minggu ke Mas Hanasta enggak? Apa? Mas Hanasta. Siapa? Hanasta. Tugasnya di satu. Framing sama blocking tugasnya di satu. Sesuai apa yang ada di presentasi. Jadi kalau framing ini kan ada single shot yang 2 tipe ya, clean sama dirty. Itu dicari simulasinya seperti apa. Kemudian ada lagi 2 shot, 3 shot sampai ke crown ya. Blocking juga sama. Blocking juga sama, sesuai yang ada di presentasi yang saya berikan. Itu dicari semua. Baik, bagi yang online sudah saya buatkan forumnya, silakan bisa absen di minggu ke-6 pertemuan 12 ya. Halo, yang online?
Baik, Pak Danang.
Baik, Pak.
Kalau tidak bisa dibuka, segera laporan ya. Mungkin sambil saya putar ini, yang framing juga. Ternyata ada 2 episode ini, yang episode pertama dan kita lihat di sini.
Films are made up of sequences. Sequences are made up of scenes. And scenes are made up of shots. But we must understand the characteristics and storytelling value of each shot.
Don't be
In this video, we will begin with the big picture and work our way down. We're going to define the essential shot sizes in a filmmaker's toolbox and how to use the right
Semoga
shot
saja
at
tidak ada
the right time to create memorable moments on screen.
adegan seperti kemarin ya.
This is episode 1 of the shot list. Shot size. Shot choices help establish the rhythm, tone, and meaning of a scene. Knowing which shot will be the most aesthetically and dramatically valuable for a given scene should be the highest priority for both a director and a DP. In this video, we'll be examining essential shot sizes. As we go, we'll populate a shot list in StudioBinder as a sort of cheat sheet the next time you need to create one. Now, let's get to the shots. The most common visual element to open a scene, or even an entire film, is the establishing shot. It is typically wide enough to establish the geography, time of day, show the scale of subjects in relation to their environment, and is often used to transition between scenes. With genres like science fiction, where entirely new worlds need to be introduced, the establishing shot is crucial. Blade Runner 2049 opens with a series of establishing shots. We get the first impressions of near-future Earth with industrial and futuristic farms outside the city. So remember, an establishing shot is a crucial introductory component of any scene. It can mark a transition to a new location, or introduce crucial details about the location or world. The establishing shot is often followed up with a master shot, or simply the master. Like the establishing shot, a master shot confirms the location and geography of the scene. It also clarifies which characters are in the scene and where they are in relationship to each other.
Go on, sit down. Go ahead. Talk to each other. Sit down. Hey, Mr. Einstein.
Here, we see a master from The Godfather Part 2 framing the Corleone family around a dinner table.
Hey, Sally, get in here.
The majority of this scene is played in the master to emphasize the family's close-knit relationship.
Country ain't your blood, you remember that.
I don't feel that way.
Until Michael drops some devastating news.
Well, if you don't feel like that, why don't you just quit college and go to join the army?
I did. I enlisted in the Marines.
Michael, wow, why didn't you come to us? What do you mean? Hey, Pop had to pull a lot of strings to get your deferment.
I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for the deferment. I didn't want it.
What's wrong?
But it also helps make Michael split from the family visual from this to this. And we feel the emptiness around him that much more. Remember, the master captures the scene playing out in its entirety, providing the editor with something to cut out to, if necessary. Moving on. Wide shot. WS.
Let me tell you about my book.
The wide shot positions subjects far from the camera to visually represent their relationship to their environment. This is distinct from the establishing shot, which is about location. The wide shot is principally concerned with the scale of the subject.
I'm finished.
It can be used when you need to make subjects appear lost, lonely, or overwhelmed, or comment on a subject's relationship to their environment. In this wide shot from Phantom Thread, we can see the characters Alma and Reynolds dwarfed by a messy ballroom. Paul Thomas Anderson could have ended the scene with close-ups to capture their characters' emotions. But by ending with a wide shot here, we can consider Alma and Reynolds together, yet isolated from the world around them. Use it when you need to establish the spatial relationships of the subjects. Make statements using distance, depth, or size. Our next subject, full shot. When a subject's entire body reaches from the top to the bottom edges of the frame, the shot is defined as full. With a full shot, it's not necessary to put the subject in the center of the frame, but notice how often this is the case. This example is effective because it is tight enough to tell a story with the character's face, but wide enough to further the story by observing her entire body, posture, and wardrobe. So remember, a full is composed head to toe, and you can use them when you need to make statements about a subject's physicality and present a character in all their glory. Moving on. Medium full shot, cowboy. The medium full shot is arranged from the top of the subject's head to just below their waist. It is sometimes referred to as a cowboy shot based on the height of gun holsters. Here we can see complementary angles from The Favorite, composed in medium fulls. The cowboy angle on the character Lady Sarah is particularly strong and confrontational. This isn't a Western and features no holsters, but it's hard not to think of cowboys when firearms are deployed like this. Use it when you need to present a subject as confident, dangerous, or confrontational, especially when weapons might be drawn. Moving on. Medium shot, MS. Perhaps the most popular shot size in all of cinema is the medium shot. But why? Because it's more of a neutral shot, neither dramatic like a close-up or distancing like a wide shot. It captures the subject in a size similar to how we interact with people. You hold still. The typical composition of a medium shot starts above the waist but below the chest and ends just above the head. Shot sizes deployed in animated films function under the same compositional rules.
Oh, hello.
Let's look at an example to better illustrate this. In this scene from Coco, Miguel watches a film starring his idol. The medium shot composition accommodates quite a bit. The props from Miguel's shrine, the detail on the TV screen, and Miguel's reactions to it. It's an intimate moment as we observe Miguel's joy, along with the objects of his affection, in a single frame.
Follow my heart. You know that feeling?
So remember, the typical composition of a medium shot starts above the waist, but below the chest, and ends just above the head. Use it when you need to dig into a subject's eyes without losing their physicality or environment, or utilize a true middle ground approach that is neither jarring nor especially dramatic. Our next subject, medium close-up shot, MCU. When a shot frames a subject from mid-chest to just above their head, it is referred to as a medium close-up. Medium close-ups are about reducing distraction and prioritizing story and character details.
Why don't you start right now and get the fuck out of here?
Use it when you need to get intimate with a subject without losing their physicality.
Perhaps I treated you too harshly.
Here, the villainous Thanos snaps his fingers during the climactic moments of Avengers Endgame. With this shot size, we have room for the Infinity Gauntlet, and Thanos' look of cruel satisfaction in thinking he has won. But when he fails, this medium close-up is designed to also capture his reaction. Remember, a medium close-up is roughly head to chest. Are you ready for it? It's the close-up. See you.
Here's Johnny.
Of course, the most powerful visual weapon for highlighting a change in emotion or dramatic beat on screen. Close-ups are most often arranged at eye level, better to dig into the windows of the soul. In this shot size, we have a front row seat for a character's thoughts and feelings.
Who is it?
Will you help me? Yes, anything.
The close-up is about empathy and illustrates how dramatically effective it can be in a time of decision or anxiety. Our final category, extreme close-up shot, ECU. An extreme close-up, or ECU, frames a subject to isolate a specific area. This could be lips, ears, or nose, but the eyes are typically the focus. Like here in Kill Bill Volume 1. As the bride is swarmed by the crazy 88, we cut back and forth between their entry points and her frantic eyes. But when the function of a specific prop or an intimate detail is necessary, filmmakers will often rely on the insert shot. Inserts are most commonly used to highlight and isolate something crucial to the narrative. So remember, an extreme close-up or an insert shot is one of the greatest tools for emphasis. It is the most intimate, dramatic, and potentially startling of all shot sizes. So, this is our shot list made in StudioBinder so far. It has all of the most common shot sizes you can reference the next time you need to create a shot list. You can find a link to the full shot list in the description. If you're looking for shot listing software to automate the process, check the description for a link to StudioBinder. It's free to get started. In the next episode of this series, we'll explore framing and composition.
Oke, bisa dilanjut pengerjaan tugasnya. Biasanya pakai apa tuh, Mas Dilan, editingnya? Premiere Pro. Kalau nggak edit, kan udah kita. Gitu kok. Tapi nggak bisa tuh dipamiliarkan sama Adobe. Visual, itu pastinya ada semua. Nah, sekarang dipakai. Saya pernah share dari itu. Betul kan? Lebih kuliah. Apa? Masih ada. Atau mungkin saya share lagi ya di grup ya. Kalau bisa mulai sekarang dibiasakan pakai Adobe ya, Adobe Family ya, jadi nggak apa-apa lah pakai Crack aja buat belajar. Ini saya share kembali di grup, nanti saya punya link master Premiere 2020 sama After Effects sama Adobe Audition juga. Nanti bisa diinstal di komputer masing-masing. Karena ke depan ini semester 2 ya berarti ya. Kalau nggak salah semester 4 apa ya? Itu ada video kalau nggak salah. Mungkin Dan ada semester 6 nanti after penggunaan lebih banyak after effect di efek visual gitu. Bentar saya carikan dulu. Yang online masih bisa mendengar suara saya? Halo?
Masih, Pak.
Baik, kalau masih nanti ini saya share masternya, kemudian perlu diingat saat instalasi nanti perlu diekstrak dulu. Setelah itu jangan lupa saat instalasi mematikan antivirus sama internet ya. Jadi saat instalasi softwarenya nanti jangan aktif internetnya sama antivirusnya. Baru nanti kalau sudah selesai diaktifkan kembali nggak apa-apa.
Pak Danang kalau misal pakai CS6 nggak apa-apa ya, Pak?
CS6 nggak apa-apa, cuman nanti agak kesulitan ya, karena fitur-fiturnya bagus di 2020. Tadi siapa yang tanya tadi?
Saya, Pak.
Oh iya, okay. Kalau komputernya kuatnya di CS6 nggak apa-apa sih. Nanti mengikuti aja menunya, bisa sebenarnya sama aja sih, cuman fiturnya kan lebih terbarukan kalau di 2020. Sebenarnya ada lagi di atasnya, cuman saya lebih prefernya 2020. Dibiasakan aja editingnya pakai itu ya. Kalau bingung nanti cari-cari di Google referensinya. Karena ke depan pasti akan dipakai terus itu. Mas Ulil hadir pada ini. Kok tanya di WA ini? Oh, Mas Ulil ada di sini. Tugasnya simulasi shot seperti biasanya Mas, dari materi blocking sama framing. Jadi simulasi shotnya yang ada di framing apa saja ya, mulai dari single shot. Single shot itu yang clean sama dirty, kemudian two shot, three shot sampai front dan POV sama OTS tadi ya. OST apa OTS tadi? OTS ya, over the shoulder. Kemudian yang blocking juga sama, apa yang ada di PPT saya itu bahan simulasi shot untuk tugasnya yang ada di blocking. Mas Ulil bisa dipahami?
Nanti tak coba buka modulnya lagi, Pak.
Buka apa?
Materinya lagi.
Oh ya, ya. Intinya di setiap pertemuan itu nanti menjadi tugas. Ya, simulasi semua. Tugasnya metodenya sama. Jadi dicari referensi di film di internet, nanti di bagian mana yang termasuk dirty shot atau mungkin clean shot itu nanti seperti itu dipotong-potong dimasukkan jadi satu. Kalau bisa dipisah ya. Ini jadi satu ya. Ya tetap dipisah aja yang framing sendiri, blocking sendiri, cuma nanti pengumpulannya jadi satu nggak apa-apa. Tapi dipisah nanti. Yang framing ini, yang blocking ini. Nah, itu linknya sudah saya share di grup. Silakan disedot ya. Dari kita animasi 2D-nya sampai mana? Baik, mungkin bisa dilanjut di rumah pengerjaannya. Ada pertanyaan tidak? Kalau tidak ada, saya akhiri dulu. Yang di sini tidak ada. Yang di online silakan. Ada pertanyaan? Halo? Mas Ulil? Mbak Rahel?
Tidak ada, Pak.
Oke, baik. Kalau tidak ada, baik. Terima kasih atas kehadirannya. Sampai ketemu minggu depan ya. Tetap semangat bagi yang Muslim atau Islam. Meskipun perutnya keroncongan, tetap dijalankan dengan baik. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang semuanya. Sampai ketemu minggu depan.
Siang, Pak. Terima kasih, Pak.
Terima kasih. Terima kasih.
Recordnya nanti saya share ya, seperti biasa.